Tonight on Tuesday Newsbeat, LSU makes its decision regarding student protesters, a local charity is navigating funding cuts, and the university celebrates the fall season with the community. All this and more, Tuesday Newsbeat starts now. Good evening and welcome to Tuesday Newsbeat. I'm Audrey Foster.
And I'm Santiago Rodriguez. In Lafayette, Paris, a plane crash left 3 dead. The crash happened near the community of Vatican just before noon.
And just 3 hours after that crash, another plane crashed into a field just outside of Ruston, leaving 1 dead. Both crashes involved small propeller planes. This is a developing story.
LSU Student Advocacy and Accountability will not be taking strong disciplinary actions against members of the Student for a Democratic Society that were arrested. The arrest happened after the group disrupted a meeting of the Presidential Search Committee. The group is still calling for the process to be more open and involved for more students.
There's still just one student on the search committee, and they have sped up the process of picking the next president, I think in lieu of what happened. They're trying to get it done as fast as possible without students noticing.
The next meeting of the search committee is set for Thursday at 1:30.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, where people come together and advocate for a way to end domestic violence. In the U.S., over 10 million adults experience domestic violence every year, regardless of it being physical, emotional, verbal, or psychological abuse. Domestic violence can happen to anyone regardless of gender, and it's important to know what to do if you or someone else is in a harmful situation. LSU's Deputy Title IX Coordinator for Response and Resolution, Asha Murphy, conveys ways to help someone going through a domestic violence situation.
Offer them really non-judgmental support, make sure that you're a listening ear and that you are not overtly directing them too much, because survivors who are in the situation may not know of the options on how to get out of that relationship.
If you or someone you know is struggling with domestic violence, you can reach out to the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 800-799-7233 for 24-hour support.
With the cost of living constantly rising, the need for help is too. Some local organizations are stepping up to the plate even as they face challenges of their own. Daniel Rancifer has more.
Almost 700,000 people in Louisiana suffer from food insecurity, making non-for-profit organizations like Top Box Foods more important now than ever. Top Box Foods is an organization located in New Orleans that brings fresh food and produce right to the doors of people in need.
We are a local community-based organization that aims to increase access to nutrient-dense foods for people around Southeast Louisiana, including things like fresh fruits and vegetables, proteins, grains, legumes, other things like that, by removing barriers to access such as transportation.
Due to the loss of resources, the non-for-profit has faced challenges of its own, including the loss of funding and staff, with just 3 employees currently working at the location. In spite of this, Top Box provides top-notch food for the community and has found a way forward.
A more sustainable model for the future might be to move into medically tailored groceries and start working with healthcare companies and other large organizations like the state, like the federal government, and basically make healthy, fresh food delivery a part of health insurance so that we're able to deliver directly to people's doors as part of their ongoing health care.
This new way of funding may impact organizations like Top Box statewide, changing how many Louisiana residents access food assistance. But no matter what, Top Box's mission isn't changing. They're still dedicated to serving the community one box at a time. Reporting for Tiger TV, I'm Danielle Rancifer.
To find out how to support Top Box Foods by donating or volunteering, visit Top Box Foods Louisiana on Instagram.
Here at LSU, it wouldn't be a game day without some Louisiana classic cooking, and one nationally recognized chef is sharing his food with tailgaters across campus. LSU alum and renowned chef Jay Ducote is a prime example of Louisiana cooking, bringing flavor to every dish he makes. Ducote is recognized for his on-screen presence and the amazing food he brings to LSU tailgates.
The reason our tailgates are so good, in addition to how much we drink and all that kind of stuff, and night games, so we have all day to tailgate, but it's the food that you get on campus, the huge cast iron pots of jambalaya and gumbo and red beans and rice, the outdoor deep fryers cooking up Louisiana shrimp or catfish or anything else that you can imagine.
He jumps at the opportunity to cater for LSU tailgates whenever he can and is often hired by companies such as Emergent Methods to cook game day classics such as jambalaya and barbecue. After starting as a broadcast journalism major and graduating with a degree in political science, Ducote was uncertain about his future. He eventually discovered a passion for cooking that led to a career.
I threw so many tailgate parties when I was in college, undergrad and grad school. I really went to grad school so I could get a couple more years of tailgating. And throwing those tailgate parties and cooking for ESPN College Game Day later in my career and doing things like that, my brand in the culinary world is in a lot of ways attached to LSU tailgating.
From cooking for Gordon Ramsay to beating Bobby Flay, Ducote's path shows his commitment to doing what he loves. Jay Ducote shows what it means to chase your passion, and he hopes to inspire other students to do the same. Next at 5, students return to cooler temperatures on campus, but will they be here to stay? Cassidy Trepanier has the weather forecast.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our every day.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. Those cooler temps can bring some rain, but for now, let's talk about tomorrow. So as we look early in the morning around 7 a.m., it will be in those upper 50s going into those upper 60s during the day. We're expected to see a high of 79 during tomorrow. At 1 p.m., it will be in those mid 70s, and we can see at 4 at 78, we'll see that. At Sunday, on sunset, it will be 6:26 p.m. and we will see a low of 51 that night. Now, before I get into the 7-day, let's talk about these rain chances. We do see no rain tomorrow or Thursday or Friday, but where we want to pay attention to is Saturday. It will be a 90% chance of rain all day constantly. Sunday, it will be a 60% chance of rain. Monday, back down to 0. And on Tuesday, back up to 40. Now, with that Saturday being a 90% chance of rain, I know you're wondering about game day, so let's get into that. Now, the temperatures will be in the upper 70s for most of the day, but like I said, it will be constantly raining. And at kickoff, which is at 6:30, we will see temperatures in those mid 70s to upper 60s going into the 50s at night. Now let's get back into that 7-day. Like I said, tomorrow will be a mostly sunny day with a high of 79 and a low of 57. Where I want to pay attention to again and emphasize is Saturday. It will be constantly raining all day, morning to night, with that high of 82 and that low of 63. Same thing on Sunday with those showers and that high of 79 and that low of 63. So make sure you're staying up to date for the weather in your area during those days. That's all I have for now. Back to you, Santiago, at the desk.
Thank you, Cassidy. If you're looking for something coordinated to do with some few weeks left in October while the weather is still nice, LSU has you covered. The LSU AG Botanic Garden is hosting its annual corn maze. Visitors can explore the giant corn maze, take a hay ride on trails, and pick out a perfect pumpkin for the Halloween season. While the event is more kid-friendly, it also gives adults the chance to hang around and explore the different food vendors are attending. The Burden Center also hosts a celebration called Night Maze that brings the community together for some fall-tastic fun.
At Night Maze, we have a live band. So we always encourage people to bring their lawn chairs. That one's a little bit better for some of your teens, young adults, but it's family friendly, so it's not like the maze has any kind of scare element to it. So it's family friendly, but it's also another super popular one that people love to come out to.
You can check out the annual event every Saturday and Sunday for the remainder of October for a very autumn adventure. Coming up, the Big Easy or the Capital. Michael Eddins gives his hot takes on where Louisiana's Music City is next.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love. Love is the majority. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
My name is Michael Eddins, and welcome back to Hot Take Tuesday. As a New Orleans native, I'm a huge fan of Louisiana music. But the question that is always asked is what part of Louisiana has the best music? The two cities that are always brought up are New Orleans and Baton Rouge. According to the poll we put up on Instagram, 70% of you guys thought New Orleans music was superior to Baton Rouge. And I'm going to have to agree. New Orleans music beats out Baton Rouge by a landslide. First, New Orleans is the birthplace of jazz. It has legends like Fats Domino, Louis Armstrong, Sidney Bechet, and King Joe Oliver. Second, the French Quarter has some of the best live music you will ever see, whether it's someone playing on the street trying to make a dollar or it's a known band. Last is the New Orleans rap scene. First, there's Grammy Award-winning artist Lil Wayne, who has the highest-selling series of albums of any rapper ever. Next, there's fellow Hot Boy member Juvenile, who took over with his album 400 Degrees in 1998. But you also can't forget about Master P and the No Limit label with their hit single, Make 'Em Say Ah. With that being said, am I a biased New Orleanian, or is Baton Rouge music really just better than New Orleans? Let me know.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight's Newsbeat. Until next time, I'm Audrey Foster.
And I'm Santiago Rodriguez. Have a great night.